All right. Welcome back to the Jay and Ciara Poker Show as we continue to recover from our losses at the World Poker Tour. We are back in the streets here playing our normal cash games around the area. So, trying to recover, I brought up a hand that I played. This is a hand that I played, and I want you to rip it to shreds because I think I played it so poorly. And I kind of wanted to get your opinion on it and see what you thought about the hand. So yeah, this is just my hand. So feel free to not hold, not that you ever have, but no need to hold anything back.
Okay.
No need to save feelings or anything this time.
Okay. Really? That's a first?
Yep.
You've
Ready?
never let me do that.
Well, yeah, because normally we're talking about other people's hands. This time we're talking about my hand.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, here we are playing 2-5 at our local joint here. A little table dynamics. This is a table where people are just there to have fun. There's maybe half the table kind of knows what they're doing. The other half is just there to have a good time, right? I think that's fair. So in this hand, there's a lot of passive play, a lot of just I want to hit my hand type of stuff at the table.
I think you nailed that perfectly. Hit your hand.
Yeah, they want people, or they want to see a lot of flops. They want to hit their hand.
Yep.
You know, whether that's 8 deuce or pocket aces, they want to see a flop and see if they can hit something. So here we are with king queen offsuit in the big blind. All right, so let's see what happens here. As is typical in this game right here, we get a raise of 20 early position and a few callers around the table, small blind calls, and then it's on us. So as you can see, we got 20, 40, 60, $85 in the pot already, and it's on us. What would you do here?
Can I talk about how you play for 1 second?
Sure, go ahead.
When this exact situation happens, no matter what, if you're in the big blind or if you're on the button, you make a huge raise.
Okay.
You always do. That's your MO.
Okay.
Me, I don't like king queen out of position. I was taught to fold that. I was coached to fold that.
Okay.
It's a tweener hand. It'll get you in more trouble than anything else when you're out of position in this hand. So, but pot odds, like there's so much money here. You can raise big. They either all fold, you collect some money, or you call and get yourself in trouble. So,
or just fold.
So part of me just depends on how you feel. Are you feeling king queen? How are you feeling? Do you feel lucky?
Well, I don't think I've ever felt lucky.
Because sometimes I'm like, man, I don't want to play it, but I can feel it. And it,
so I want to blend the couple things you just said there together.
Okay.
You said, hey, I don't like king queen out of position. So that lends to my methodology in a typical situation of raising big, right? Because you're right. Now, what the information that I have at this time, I'll tell you what's going on through my brain. Nobody's got a good hand here, right? Just because the call, nobody's got a premium that they're going to want to put a lot of money into the pot.
Yeah, but X 10, ace 10, ace X, right?
Sure.
Pocket pair, and then another ace X hand, and then another like suited connected hand. So you're getting
all medium strength hands. Are they going to want to put a lot of money in the pot?
You're going to get yourself in trouble because you have a mediocre hand.
But talk about ranges. If I make it $150 here, I get it. I do have king queen offsuit.
But some people
how does it look to the other people?
Well, some people like to have fun with jacks and don't raise their pocket jacks.
Okay.
Okay.
But you're saying you have a medium streaked hand. Other people have medium streaked hands. Why raise? My point is,
I would fold this hand.
Okay.
Okay. But after playing a while and not getting dealt any good hands, once you see this, you kind of get into the habit of betting it or calling it. But I would fold. I do not like it in the big blind.
Well, this is my first mistake of the hand, I thought. I just called. And I would say that is a mistake.
Yuck.
Because I think I was like, well, let's just call.
Bad habit.
Let's just see if I could do something on the flop.
Ooh.
So I think that's mistake number one. I should have been putting more money in the pot there and get hopefully heads up. If not, everybody folds. Like those are probably. I don't think everybody's calling a $150 raise there. But mistake number one, just called. But we do get a great flop. We get about the best flop you could possibly imagine. Like top two, no flush draw out there.
Do you check this like a dum-dum?
Well, I'm in early position. Small blind checks. It comes to me. What do you do?
I lead out here.
You just go ahead and take the lead. That would be called a donk bet. Yep.
Yes.
I do check like a dum-dum. Maybe mistake number two here. I'm going to say that's not a huge mistake.
I think that's a huge
because we had a lot of action here to go. And this range hits a lot of king tens, ace king, king jacks that would call pre-flop, even 10 jack. And then my plan is to check raise. That is my plan here.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully I get 10 jack or king 10 or something to bet. And my plan is to raise.
And lead.
So I check. Probably should have led because maybe.
I mean, probably should have folded this, but.
All right. So we check because we're idiots. So, of course, what happens? It checks all the way around. Exactly. Mistake number two. Not what I wanted to happen at all. So a blank comes on the turn.
Okay, but back to like beginner play style, and you've been playing forever, but this is such a beginner move because in your head, right, you're like, yes, dude, I'm gonna check raise. Like you're assuming someone's gonna bet here, and that is, that was a huge. I did this all the time.
Well, right? I disagree with you because I'm in early position. I've got 3-4 players behind me, and they were the pre-flop aggressors, and that range hits their pre-flop betting range.
Are you not?
I'm not doing it without thought. Is my point.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm doing it
because usually I'm like, if I bet here, what if he goes over the top? What do I do then? And then I kind of semi have a plan.
Yeah, I had a plan.
Okay.
All
right, continue on. That
king queen hits a lot of their just calling pre-flop ranges, and they were going to bet, but they didn't. Okay. So now the innocuous deuce of spades comes, right? So now it checks to me again. And so given the checks on the flop, I don't think anybody's got a lot. Mm-hmm. Now, I saw the deuce come.
And then you're like,
it's a spade draw out there now. No, I was happy with the deuce. I didn't want to see any. I definitely didn't want to see an ace, 10 jack, anything like that. That would complete straights. So when the deuce came, I was like, okay, I got to start putting some money in the pot here. I'm going to get some value from ace something of spades. I'm going to get value from a king, maybe even a queen at this point if they're putting me on a flush draw. So the pot's only like $100. So I wanted to make it semi-small to make it sweet for people to call. That was my thought process. Mm-hmm. What is your thought process?
I think anytime a low card hits like this and there's so many people in the hand, I'm thinking, I'm like, dang it, somebody has a set.
Oh, you think someone's got a set of twos?
That's how I think.
Okay. Well,
given the pre-flop action.
I mean, maybe. That is possible. Twos would just call and twos would check, and then twos just hit a flop on the turn. So
yeah.
I'm not thinking like that. And I feel if I made my bet here, I'm going to hear from twos. And then I'm just going to end up losing money. Because
Okay.
good on you. I got a bad beat at that
So
point.
you put in $100.
No.
Okay.
The pot is $100.
Okay. So you bet.
I bet small. I bet $25 to try to get value from all those weak hands.
Okay. What happened?
Well, what do you think about that? You would not have done that?
I bet bigger than that.
You would have bet bigger?
Yeah. $60 to $70.
Yeah, but then I feel like all those flush draws are not going to call. Weak queens are not going to call. I was trying to get some value out of my hand. So you're right. I mean,
that's $100 that you make.
Yeah, but I want to make more. So I bet my $25. And we end up only getting one caller, which I am shocked by. I am like, with that board, with the pre-flop action, how do we only get one caller here? But we get a caller. All right. So now I'm putting him on all those hands that I talked about earlier, right? Just like spades, a queen, a king, you know, because the small blind called me and he would have probably checked king jack to start on the flop too. King 10, he would have checked. So the jack of clubs comes on the river, does not complete the flush, which I was most concerned about. I did not want to see a spade. I did not want to see an ace. But, all right, so jack of clubs comes. He checks it to me. Pot is now just 150. Now what do you do? What do you think?
Well, I told you what you should have done all along, but I would bet small here.
Okay.
If I'm going to bet anything. I'm not going to be a hero and do anything big.
So my mentality was,
if they have a really strong hand, they'll raise.
Yeah. Well, my mentality was, okay, the hands that called me either missed completely, they missed a flush draw, they're not going to call anything, right? Whatever. But hands that might call would be a queen, like queen 10, queen jack, queen 9, king 10, stuff like that want to keep me honest. So I was thinking, all right, I can make it look like I miss spades if they have one of those hands. If they have ace 10 or ace 7 of spades, they're not calling anything, so it doesn't matter. So I'm trying to get those middling strength hands to call, and I want to make it look like I'm bluffing, so they call.
I think you're thinking too much into
it. I could be. That's. I was thinking about this hand later. I was like, maybe I'm overthinking these pots. So I decide, all right, if I was going to bluff, what would I bluff? I'd bet big, obviously. So I bet $120 on the river, almost a pot-sized bet. So you disagree with that play, obviously. And then so my small blind friend here also disagrees with that sizing because he goes $300. All right,
immediate fold. Immediate fold, because a small bet, any bet, and they raise me, I'm like, oh, they have. Get out of here.
Yeah, this was probably the biggest mistake of the hand that I made.
Okay.
As I said at the beginning of this table is full of people that are just there to have fun and people that know what they're doing. I would say this guy knows what he's doing. So I looked at, I think I screwed up the whole hand here. So I'm mad about that at first. 2, I'm thinking, okay, I have under-repped my hand very greatly. Okay. 3, I intentionally tried to make my river bet look like a bluff, right? 4, all those hands that I put him on that would call, my $25 bet and play like this, I thought this guy may be capable of betting this with queen jack or king jack. So, and then for the last, this is a mistake. I looked at, we had even stack size at the start. I was like, he's only got $150 left. I've got $150 left if I make this call. So then I was like, well, I could get value. He's not going to fold if he's got queen jack, king jack, something like that. He's not going to fold at this point. So those were the most likely hands I put him on. So mistake number 15 I made in this hand. I go all in. Just horrible play all around, I thought. Now I'm thinking, I mean, at the time I think I was just in the hand that I didn't take an extra second to think about the hand, I don't think. Because I think in my head, I flopped the nuts. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to pile money in from the beginning. So when that river came,
you just
didn't take that extra second to think about the hand before I was just like, yes, he's raising me. I'm all in.
You're like, yes.
Like I was,
jackpot.
I didn't. And then I was probably in my head justifying, okay, because I put him on like a queen. I put him on a weak king. That jack makes 2 pair for a lot. Like, easy decision. And so he's not folding.
Even when low stakes, it's like this. And even when we watch high stakes poker on when we watch it, 90% of the time, I would say about 90% of the time, when they raise, they've got a really good hand.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Really good hand. It's
well, shocking. He decides to snap call. Like, I think his money was in there before I even said all that. His money was in there. And take a wild guess what he's got. He's got the ace 10 for the total nuts. So let him get there, obviously, by my pre-flop not being aggressive like I normally am.
Wow.
Because you think if I make it 150 pre-flop, he's calling with ace 10 out of position? Absolutely not. And then he definitely folds the flop because I would have continued
hit a
aggression.
Straight with ace 10? I don't think I have.
And then checking the flop, betting small on the turn to try to get value, and then calling off when his nut card came. Like, everything I could have done wrong in this hand, I did wrong, and I paid the price. Yeah, and it was against the wrong opponent too. Like, if it would have been another opponent that's just there to have fun and just throwing money around, I could probably easily make this call and feel better about it.
Yeah, because they could have had like a 2 pair, like king 6.
This guy knew what he was doing. He's never making that play with less than king queen there for me to go all in. So horrible play all around. Yeah, wanted to get your thoughts on this, and you obviously would have played the hand totally separate. You said you would have folded right at the pre-flop. So. Yeah, obviously your way's probably better to play it than my way, but this is really stuck in my craw for a while, just the way I played the hand.
Next time we're gonna go over the genius hand that I played.
Good. I need to cleanse my palate with some genius play.
Yeah.
But until that time, that's it for us.
Until what? Net time?
That time?
Until net time? Until what?
I'm still reeling from this hand.
Until
Give me
what?
a second. Next time. Bye.